Hello, everybody. This is En route, and today I have another message for you. I was thinking about the average man, the average everyday man. And when I say man, I mean women and man, not just men. The everyday average person, and what that means. And why the average person is a danger to society and a problem. And why I'm saying this is because average people, they go to work, they, shit, shower, shave, keep themselves pretty, maybe go to the gym, have sexual relations, and just have a very straightforward, as you're told to do it kind of life. And with that, they also take everything that is told to them at face value. So whatever this person in a suit or on the media has spoken is etched in stone. It is word. And the problem with this is that it allows us to fall into ignorance. It allows us to stay ignorant because it's all set up for you. You just play by the rules, and for the most part, you're good. Now, when society holds a standard of just shut up and do what you're told and stay in the lines, and people think that that is normal and okay and the right way to do things, when the truth is hidden behind these structures and media outlets, when the truth is actually out, you have so many people who are ignorant because they go and take everything by face value. They don't feel the spiritual parts of the way things are. They don't see that double speak. And the problem is that then that by being ignorant and by not thinking for yourself and by not asking questions, well, is that true? Is that indeed a fact? You take all of your faith and you put it in man. And I think that is crazy. And so then what happens? You live in an insane, psychotic, sociopathic world where everybody is just, well, we're following the rules, but it doesn't mean we have to be moral or fair. The average Joe is dangerous because they don't even know where to begin to seek for more. They don't even know how to find the truth. And in fact, some people are so average that they're running from the truth. They're running from behind the curtain. They're running from that. They don't want to take a peek. They don't want to know. They don't want to seek. And then people wonder why the world is the way that it is, because so many people can be lied to. And it's fine. And I have been in that position where I've been completely ignorant, but I have taken control of my mind and I have worked to become a free thinker. And the problem with the average Joe is that the average Joe is not a free thinker. Their doctor is a god. Their government is a god. Their police are gods. Anybody with a badge or a title or this is a god. And all their faith is in man. And, you know, the average Joe lacks spiritual depth, right? And so then it allows them to be even more ignorant about the reality of this reality and gives them a free pass. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't believe in that. And so because you don't believe in it, you get to pretend like it's not true. Because you don't understand calculus, I get to pretend that it doesn't exist. Right? That's kind of what it is. And so the average Joe becomes so dangerous because it becomes a stepping stool for those who see that they can take advantage of those who keep themselves in a sheep and herd mentality. The average Joe is a dangerous person because they get to hide in their weaponized ignorance, in their weaponized stupidity. They get to hide in just the surface level of everything, and they just live in the surface level and they fit into the crowd. Almost like they have no mind of their own, in a way. So they just go off and exist like the beasts of the lands. You hear what I'm saying? And then you think, well, maybe this whole Bible thing, maybe there's something to it, because that's what I'm thinking. There might be something to it, not that I'm trying to preach about becoming religious or a Christian or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we're not listening. We're not seeing. We're not even looking. Our eyes are closed. The average Joe. And so, do you see why this can be dangerous? Because then everybody acts surprised when we figure out, oh, well, something was a setup, or something wasn't a suicide, or maybe that person was capable of doing that, or, oh, how is that even possible? And it's just like, have you not been alive long enough to know that anything is possible? The average man needs to change the average. The average, what our average is now, needs to be, honestly, like 10 more times greater than what it's at. Because for the average Joe, you think about it. You think about all, just from this perspective. You're an average Joe, and you think about all of the different degrees you can get if you go to a college. Just look at all the different degrees. Let's say this college they can have about 100 degrees, okay? And obviously there's more than just 100 things to do. We'll keep a nice even round number that's large enough for you to grasp what I'm saying. There's 100 degrees. You can pick one. And you can become a master in that one. And you can learn about that one. But the problem with the average Joe is that they forget that just because they only have experience in this one experience does not mean that another experience does not exist, that another degree of existence does not exist. Doesn't mean that it's not true. Just because you don't know something is true or not true doesn't mean. And the problem is that when we just trust. There's not a lot of verification until later on, right? And so the media just spouts off whatever is, whatever narrative is going to get them paid the most, okay? And that's been the biggest problem with us, is that, and then the average Joe thinks, oh, well, then that's that. They act as if that is such. They move as though that is such. And then we talk about propaganda as if that doesn't exist. So you're moving as that is so and that is such, even if it is a lie. Do you see how that can be problematic? You see how the average Joe lends itself to working for evil, lifting up evil, taking care of evil, protecting evil. And I'm going to end it there, because that was enough about that. That was enough about that. I just want that to sink in, how dangerous the average person is. You know, it's like giving somebody who doesn't want any knowledge, who doesn't have any knowledge, the keys to your rocket ship and telling them, here, go take it for a test drive. And they not know one way how to use it. And so, you know, you're giving this child all of this trust when they don't even know where to begin. They don't even know where to start. And so collectively as a society, it becomes a dangerous place, because your average Joe, they're not even thinking to gain a higher level of consciousness. They're not even thinking in that way. And if they're trying to get better, it's maybe so that they can do it for more reasons of vanity rather than, who they are at a soul level. Well, this is En Route, and I'm out. I hope you have a great one.